The Uprising, Plazo, July 1944. In mid-July, a diarrhea epidemic sweeps the whole camp. In a few days, it reduces us to rag-like dolls barely able to walk. I am dizzy, and Mommy keeps encouraging me to breathe deeply and walk erect. I have violent abdominal cramps. The pain is unbearable. The routine continues, however. Zillapel, march to work, 12-hour workday. On the verge of collapse, we carry on. Until one day, it is a cold, rainy day, and by early afternoon we are drenched to the bone, digging the heavy, soggy ground with heavy, wet shovels. A sudden downpour sends us scampering for cover under nearby barracks on stilts. While we huddle under the dripping planks, a team of SS officers headed by Camp Commandant Goetz arrive to survey our work. Their indignation fills the air with shrill tones and the barking of dogs. The capo's henchmen wield whips under the barracks, and in moments we are back on the job. Shivering miserably, we fail to comprehend. We have committed sabotage. Sabotage witnessed by Commandant Goetz and his staff. At the evening Zillapel, the dreaded news is announced. At dawn, we will be decimated, the punishment of sabotage. We have heard of decimation. Our fellow inmates from Poland mention the word frequently enough. In earlier years, the entire camp or a barrack or a commando would be decimated for every minor infraction. The inmates of the guilty unit would be lined up at dawn, facing a firing squad, and every 10th by an SS officer's count would be shot. No one ever knew where the count would start and who the 10th would be until the moment the shot rang out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Shoot! Sometimes they would start counting in the middle of the row, sometimes at one end, then switch directions. You never knew if you would be the 10th, not until the last moment. Now it is our turn. Our commando will be lined up at dawn, and it cannot be true. It's true, all right, said Felicia. You've committed sabotage. Sabotage. For sabotage, they usually shoot the entire commando. You got off easy. Only decimation. Decimation. My God, I may be the 10th, or Mommy. My God, what if Mommy? I am unable to swallow even a spoonful of the evening soup. For the past several days, I have not eaten more than a spoonful or two. The diarrhea has depleted my appetite. I have been constantly thirsty. Now I cannot swallow it all. Mommy keeps pleading. Eat. You won't be able to go on if you don't eat. Go on. We are to be decimated at dawn. One of us will surely turn out to be the 10th. Go on? Where? If Mommy dies, I die. Oh, God, let me be the 10th. I weep hysterically. When I have time to go to the latrine, I insist that Mommy come along with me. And when she has to go, I insist on going with her, so that we should be together every moment of the night, every moment left to us. We spend the night holding each other in bed or walking to the latrine. The diarrhea epidemic is still going strong. This is a new experience in terror. I am terrified of dying. I am apprehensive of the sensation of the bullet penetrating my body, of my blood flowing. I keep seeing my bullet-ridden body in the dust, my blood coloring red the gray dust of the square. Yet I am even more terrified of seeing my mother shot. The thought of her falling into a red pool of blood convulses my insides. I have a steady pounding in my temples, a sense of strangulation in my throat, my chest. A slow pain creeping upward from my bowels. There is a soft murmur from the bed above. The girls from Gouda are reciting the Psalms, the chant of the doomed. They have a small prayer book from somewhere and have managed to hide it. They say evening prayers daily. Sometimes they loan the prayer book to Mommy, and she also says the prayers. Mommy whispers to them, please say it a little louder so we can follow along. The murmur is louder now. Mommy and I are able to repeat the verses in Hebrew after them. The pounding in my temples subsides. In a pause between passages, I can hear muffled sobs. Almost all our barrack belongs to the Planarong Commando, and it is involved in the sabotage. Soon we realize that the entire barrack is awake. One by one, all the girls join in reciting the Psalms. The sobbing grows silent. Furtively, I keep glancing at the window. It is still dark, thank God. The first feeble shafts of dawn begin filtering into the barrack. The reading stops abruptly. A hush stifles even our breathing. Read on, someone calls. Read on until they come for us. And the two little skinny girls from Gouda read on, while the light turns brighter and brighter. The chill morning breeze sends shivers through the bunk beds. The reading of Psalms emanates through chattering teeth. It is bright morning now, and no one comes for us. What time can it be? They must have decided to shoot us at the regular Zalapel. It's 6:30, time for Zalapel, calls Felicia, the Black Testa, but her voice is not savage. It is tired and sad. She must know something. No one dares to ask questions. Slowly, heavily, we file out of the barrack. The morning glare is blinding. A strange brightness envelopes the barracks, the square. I tremble with the terror. The cool breeze stirs on my skin. We huddle, Mother and I, in an embrace of rhythmic shivers on the lapel. Soon the SS will arrive. The sun rises, and the glare becomes unbearable. We stand for over 2 hours, our trembling numbed into a faint echo. I am very tired. The SS do not come. All the camp stands wearily for hours, and the SS do not show. Felicia bites her lip nervously. What happened? The Lager Testa, the head of the camp, a tall, 30-ish prisoner with the immobile face of an Indian chief, keeps walking away from his post near the flagpole. What is going on? The tension is unbearable. Then, all at once, the capos come. Hurriedly, each selects his commando. Our capo, Jacko, detaches his commando without a word, and with a jerk of his head, indicates that we follow him. Follow him just like that, just like every other morning. Simply march in formation behind Jacko, out of the square, through the gates, in the direction of the mountain, and away from camp. Up the mountain to the spot where we interrupted our plenarung yesterday. Only yesterday I held the shovel. It is still wet. The ground is still soggy from yesterday's rain. Only yesterday. Just another day of work begins. No one speaks. We are alive. Alive. The sun is shining and the wet grass is brilliantly green. The sky is azure. A soft, soft breeze. My tiredness turns into drowsy fatigue. In a dreamlike trance, I dig into the soft earth. It is July 1944, and I am alive. 13 and a half and alive. It is a clear, beautiful day. What was happening? Why didn't they shoot us? Had they postponed it until tomorrow? The conversation starts slowly. Most of the girls are of the opinion that the decimation will take place tonight or tomorrow morning. Some even know of other instances in the earlier days when such things did take place quite often. The Germans would do this in order to torture the condemned inmates. They would do this daily for a week sometimes. Each evening the decimation would be announced for the following dawn, then postponed unannounced for another day. But I stopped worrying. I am basking in a miracle. I had known with all my heart that Mommy or I would be dead today at dawn. I had felt the pain of the entering bullet, had tasted the blood. I had seen my bloody corpse strewn in the dust among the others. I had experienced death, and now I am alive. I have seen the sun rise. I am touching the earth, the grass. I am here on the mountain. It is so simple to be alive. You move, you breathe, you touch, you feel the air about you. You can see far about you, the mountain, the people, the barracks, the sky. I stop being afraid. There is feverish activity down below. Large trucks are rolling into the camp. The trucks discharge a great number of civilians. There are hundreds in the square, and the SS surrounds them with guns drawn. They are taken into the command barrack, a few at a time, then hustled back into the trucks and driven away. More trucks come with more prisoners, some in dark green overalls, or are they uniforms? In handcuffs. All are taken into the command barrack, then driven away in the trucks. This goes on all day. Back in camp, we are totally ignored by the SS. The roll call is done by the Lager Testa. After Zalapel, we are herded into our barrack and told to stay indoors. From our windows, we can see trucks with prisoners coming and going all night long. We can hear prisoners being interrogated in the command barrack. The next day, all is quiet again. All is routine. The decimation is never mentioned again. Apparently, more important events replaced it on the SS agenda. Rumors had it that an entire factory had staged an uprising, management and workers, and the SS was busy with that. Others said the green uniformed prisoners were partisans, underground fighters from the hills, and now an offensive was being mounted against them. Soon more rumors circulate about the partisans. It is believed that they came into the nearby hills in order to stage an attack on our camp and free the inmates. The attempt was unsuccessful, however. It was discovered just before the actual assault, and now the Germans are cracking down on the whole countryside. Some inside contacts were discovered in the camp, and now these contacts are being used to track down partisans in the hills. What if the partisan liberation attempt had worked? The night we spent in terror of death by decimation would have been the night of our delivery, just like the story of Purim. But it failed, and we continued as slaves of Germany. Yet a miracle did occur. The episode of the factory uprising or partisan attack discovered during the pre-dawn hours of our scheduled decimation saved our lives.